To catch all the latest episodes, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell.
Hey guys, welcome to another before and after of Hi Autistic Guy. Last few days have been really difficult for me. I've been in LA now for about 4 weeks. And gosh, I don't think I've left the house in 3 or 4 days. I made it to the gym once, but aside from that, I haven't left the house in 3 days. And my anxiety is just, I don't even like using the word anxiety because it is such an unpleasant and painful experience. You know, I usually tend to say I'm having some kind of panic symptom or something because I'm afraid to leave my house. I'm afraid to stay in my house. I need to get out of my body. I mean, I'm literally shaking, and I feel like I'm an animal on the scanning for danger. I feel like I'm in an African safari, and you know, I'm this vulnerable animal who's just scanning for danger, and it's very instinctual. It's very instinctual, which is why it's so difficult to get out of it because it's so deep in me. It's not like, you know, I'm anxious because I have to do. I'm not anxious about anything. It's just there, and that's why I've been getting stuck, and haven't been able to leave the house. And obviously, I've been speaking my mind more and more on social media. That's probably, you know, part of it. The backlash I'm getting from people who are very disrespectful. It's kind of like a death by a thousand cuts. You know, it doesn't really bother me in the moment, but I guess I have a difficult time processing it, and it just builds up and builds up, and that just manifests in this huge panic, not panic attack, but just huge feeling of needing to escape everything, including my body. So it's hard to get excited about things or to make plans because it's like I can't go anywhere. So that's how I feel now. And, you know, it's difficult because the gym helps me more than anything. And when I can't get to the gym, I start beating myself up. But lately, with the help of cannabis, I've been able to identify those thoughts more. But, you know, what cannabis does for me, one of the many things, is it makes all my invisible symptoms, diagnoses more visible to me. So I've been learning how to not engage in those harmful self-thoughts. I'm going to smoke now. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm supposed to go on a date at 4:30. I want to go, but again, it's this feeling in me that is just there. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes, and I have to go out to my car to smoke, and because I can't smoke in the place I'm renting. And I'm going to be proud of myself just leaving to go to my car out in the front. So that's something, right? So I'll be back in 5.
5 minutes later.
So I just smoked, obviously. And most people, again, if they're not familiar with cannabis and how it can be used as medicine, most people think people who smoke weed do it to escape their feelings. The first thing I noticed, at 30 seconds after I smoked, that I saw myself as just more of a human. I just, you know, came in the front door and looking at my body and just realizing I'm a human. But I treat myself like I should be this superhuman who can do everything. So it helps me again get the outside perspective of how I'm living my life. I feel sorry for my body, I guess. without a body, you can't have a mind. Without a mind, you can't have a body. Just, they're very connected. So I guess I just feel sorry for my body and mind. That, I'm so hard on myself, which, brings to the question of, well, if I'm hard on my body and mind, then what's being hard on that? And of course, that's just a hard problem of consciousness. But that's, within 30 seconds of smoking, that's what I realized. Again, if I were to go pop a Klonopin, I'd probably just feel numb in 30 minutes, not 30 seconds, and I wouldn't be learning anything about myself. So, when I'm looking at myself in this camera, it doesn't really look like me. I mean, this guy I'm looking at is perfect. I don't know if he's me. I want to give him a hug, because obviously, because I'm high, I'm not identifying with him. And I can just look at myself and accept all that I am because it's not me. It's funny, the most difficult thing to accept in life is not others, but rather yourself. Deep down, whether we know it or not, it's the truth. So, I don't even know how long I've been talking, but I hope this just continues to show people how therapeutic cannabis is. This is like my curriculum for my life. This is the shit that when I can access this is what I use to improve my life, sober or high. So thank you for tuning in. Don't know what I'm going to do today. I have that 4:30 and just going to play by ear. Obviously I'm much more flexible and just kind of go with the flow rather than before when I was very rigid. So thank you for tuning in to another episode and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.
This is an additional video. About 5 minutes since I ended the other one, and this song came on, Pursuit of Happiness, and it just made me break down. And that's just another example of how I have a lot of bottled up emotions that and I'm being like totally fucking raw right now and like really putting myself out there, but just like my emotions that it's so bottled up. I guess I know they're there, but it's just like I can't process them, which would make sense with autism. It would make total sense with autism, and you gotta wonder why. It's just maybe that's why we're always so freaking just like on alert, because we have all this info and we don't know what to do with it. So cannabis kind of just releases all that, and it's like I'm getting cleansed of all that information I can't process, and it just feels amazing. Like I can just like feel like all the stress coming out of my muscles right now, and I keep a lot of my stress in my legs, which is what I'm realizing too, the physical effects this plant brings me. So probably gonna go replay that song and cry again.